Hello guys, I trust you are doing good. I welcome you guys to this session. And in this session, I would like to introduce you to building your first WordPress plugin using artificial intelligence. This is a complete beginner guide. So if you have experience with the use of WordPress, that is fine. If you don't have the knowledge, I'm going to make everything user friendly and beginner friendly, right? So take your time, get the value for this time you are giving to this lecture or this class. And it's going to be a short one and direct to the point. So in this video, I'll show you how to build your own WordPress plugin using AI from scratch. But before we get started, we would want to get to understand what WordPress plugin is. That's for those who have no idea. And then why plugins exist. Why do you use plugin? And where can you find WordPress plugin to install on your website? So these are things we have to consider before we jump into the use of AI. So WordPress plugin we can see is simply an extension that adds new feature to your website. That is the basic and simple definition of a WordPress plugin. Now, I would like you to also think of your smartphone. Think of WordPress to be as a smartphone. So when you buy a new phone, you know what happens. We have some basic features of it, and some applications. For example, your default camera may not be as quality as installing some additional um, apps from the Play Store or App Store, right? Even the default video editor your phone comes with, so it may not be as powerful as that. There are some additional features you may want to put in to extend the functionalities or to give you what you want, right? So plugins are like that. WordPress works in the same way. Now, plugins are more like small apps that extend the functionalities of your website. So having understand what WordPress plugin is, now let's quickly um, check some WordPress plugins, what they can do. Now, these are not the names of the plugin. I didn't put the names here, right? But these are some of the things that WordPress plugins can do. For example, we have WordPress plugins that can add contact us form on a website. We have some for search engine optimization. We call it SEO. We have for online stores for building e-commerce websites. We also have WordPress plugins for building membership sites, booking systems, security, website backup, and also even optimizing speed of your website. And so this is very interesting. Where do you download the WordPress plugin? So to download WordPress plugin, you have to log into your WordPress website as an admin, right? Then go to plugins, click on add new. We have so many WordPress plugins in the WordPress repository, right? So just click on it, install, and then you activate. Or you can also install WordPress by visiting this website and you download this guy, right? So we have to see why build your own plugin. Now, there are so many reasons why you should build your own plugin, because number one is that there are thousands of plugins available. Why would anyone want to build their own plugin? Have you asked yourself this question? So I'll say there are a few reasons, and one of them is that sometimes you may need very small feature that doesn't really require installing a large plugin, right? And other sometimes you want something completely custom for your website, or maybe you are building websites for clients and you want to create some kind of reusable tools. So that's where creating your own plugin becomes useful. So having seen that, I'll swipe my screen to WordPress. So this is a typical example of WordPress dashboard. I've already logged in as an admin and going to plugins, click on add new plugin. This page comes up and you can install any plugin of your choice, right? We have popular plugins here which other people are using. We have the classic editor, we have the WooCommerce. Now this is for building online stores. Okay, we have the WP forms. Is best for WordPress contact form plugin. So it has a drag and drop feature, drag, create forms, people fill in form, upload files, submit, and you get details of form submission. Now, I wouldn't want to go deeper into this. So if you want to install plugin, just come over here, search for plugin, and then click on install. After installation of plugin, the next thing is to click activate. So we also have, you may install your plugins from the WordPress plugin directory. This is the official WordPress website. Just go here and download. It usually comes in the form of zip. Once you install, if you're installing from external repository such as this website, by clicking on this, for example, and you click on download, this is free. Okay, we have the paid version of WordPress, we also have free, so you can download here and it's going to be in form of zip. After installation, just come here, upload plugin, choose your file, upload the zip file from your download directory, click on install now. After installation, you click on activate. So basically, that is what we are going to build. We are going to build a plugin which will be in the form of a zip, right? So this AI agent will create plugin for us, then zip it for us, and we will come over here and choose a plugin, install it, and then activate it on our website. So let's get into practice. So now this is the application we are going to be using. We call it the anti-gravity. So if this is your first time hearing anti-gravity, so anti-gravity is more like integrated development environment. We call it the IDE, right? And it also has an integrated AI agent. So I'll combine the use of Claude AI. I'll also combine, so we'll be using Claude AI, and you may also want to use Gemini, right? We have the different models. So this is our agent manager, but I've already installed a plugin called the Claude Code. Now, if you've not done that, I'm not going to be covering that in this video. But if you have not, come to extension, right? We have a plugin called the Claude Code. So make sure you install this Claude Code. And once you've done that, you're going to connect this Claude Code to your account. So create an account with Claude AI. And it's actually a paid plan that I use. I think that's about £18 per month. So once you've done that, this is automatically going to create an environment for you to start writing code. So we are going to be using our agents, but before that, we need to open a folder. Okay, so years ago, building a plugin meant writing every line of PHP code. So before now, developers would have to build plugins by writing PHP code, right? Because WordPress, the whole WordPress is built on PHP programming language. So, but today, AI can handle a lot of all those repetitive coding. So instead of spending hours writing, some boilerplate of code, you can describe what you just want, and then you let AI to generate your code, and even make everything, zip everything for you to download. So, but then we still have to edit, make some review before we finally have our final output, our final version of our product. So what you will do, have to create a plugin folder. Now what I'll do right here, if I have a folder, I just click on open folder. But for now, I would just click on, I think I'll go to my downloads. Then I'll just create a new folder in my downloads and call it custom plugin, right? I'll call it custom plugin. So let me just call it my custom plugin. I'll click on create. So I'm in the folder right now. So I'll just click on open this folder. Then click on yes, I trust the authors. Right? So by my left side here, I'll just click on allow. Click on allow, right? On the left side here, just click on allow. Now you're allowing this because anti-gravity, this AI agent would like to have access to manage your location, your file repository, right? Your folders. So we have the folder open right here. So I'll click on my Claude Code. I'll click on new session, and we have this chat area where we can ask AI, right? Prompt AI what we want AI to build for us. So now I'm going to let anti-gravity build the plugin from scratch. It's going to build it from scratch. Now this is where, for example, this is my custom plugin folder. this is where all the files for our plugin is going to live in. Okay, so what I basically did now is I asked AI to create a WordPress plugin called for my custom plugin. So this is a recap, and then what happens is AI is going to create all the required files. Now let's quickly give it a prompt. So we've created a folder already, so we'll tell AI to okay, let's just create a basic custom plugin. So let's say create all the required files. Then it should follow WordPress coding standard, right? So we have standards for WordPress. Then add custom, want it to add custom notice at the bottom of every blog post. Okay, I know I didn't show you this while I was explaining WordPress. We have what is called a blog post, we have pages, but this is basically what we are going to create. That in every blog post, it should say, so we say thank you for reading, right? Reading the article. So notice that I'm not writing any code myself. What I basically did now is I'm simply describing what I want. Now this AI agent is creating the folder structure. I mean, we've already created the folder bar. Now it's going to add everything using WordPress coding standard and automatically create the files for us. So I will just hit on enter, right? I'll hit on enter. Now we have this option that allows us to select the model we want to use. We have the model Opus, Claude Opus 4.8, which is kind of best as of now. Fable has been disabled. So I'll just hit enter. I'll hit enter, and we allow our AI agents to create the plugin for us. So let's give it some time and then come back to the class again. Yeah, I mean, that was very fast. That was very fast. So let's take a look at what this guy did for us. Let's look quickly at what AI created. So here, we have the main plugin file. So let's just go to explore. So we have our folder. We have what is called the asset. So it's created for us an asset folder, created a CSS file, included PHP files, my custom plugin CSS, right? And even included a README text for us. So now take a look at everything. So this contains the plugin information that WordPress uses to recognize it. So below it's more like the functions it adds to the message. If you click on this plugin, we have the plugin name, my custom plugin. We have plugin URL, example.com, blah, blah, blah. You can change it to your website. You can even put the author's name. So this is your WordPress plugin, right? This is your WordPress. See it as your custom plugin. So this author here, I can choose to write my name, Fiokobon Akpan, and I will save it. Okay, if I have my personal website, I just put here, and then we have the description of what this plugin does, which is thank you for reading the article at the end of every blog post. And we have the version of the WordPress, the PHP version, right? And we may not want to go through all this, right? Because I mean, not everyone here understands PHP. So now we are done. We can either ask AI to compress the whole file into zip and then give it to us to upload, or you can just head over to your downloads or the directory where you created your plugin, right click, and then compress the file to give us the zip plugin, right? Now using AI, just tell AI, I would like to get the zip file of this plugin. If you remember in the previous session, I told you guys that you have different ways to install plugin. You can install it directly on the WordPress website, but if you have an external plugin downloaded somewhere or purchased anywhere, right, you need the zip file to download so you can install on your website. So this is the directory, is in my downloads, and it's called my plugin.zip, and the file size is around just 3.5 kilobytes. So that's not much. So what we will do is I'll pull up the WordPress website. I'll click on, let's first of all open a blog post. So we have this blog post. I'll click on view, so you see at the end of this blog post, right? So this is the end of the WordPress blog post, right? I'll go back to plugins, click on add new, click on upload plugin, click on choose file. I go to my download and we have this zip. Click open, click install, I click activate. So the plugin is successfully installed and I'm activating the plugin in the process. Now the plugin is activated. Now let's go back to this. Remember that the goal is to build a plugin that at the end it says thank you for reading this article. Now you can see at the end of this blog post there is nothing like thank you for reading this article. So I'll just reload this page after I've activated it, and we can, wow, this is interesting. Okay, so we have it at the end of this blog post. Thank you for reading this article. So this is the beauty of WordPress plugin. So anything you want to do, you just build a simple plugin for that and you achieve the task, right? Before now, it takes some time, right? Because just in 5 or less than 5 minutes, we build this plugin and we have even installed it. Before now, you need to sit down and write lines of code upon code, and before you can even, come up with this. But AI has made everything easy. And right now, we've developed our first plugin, all right? And we've installed on the website, we've activated it, and we can see everything take shape. So this is how easy it is to start building WordPress plugins with the use of AI. And I'm really glad that you've learned something. So we learned that plugins are, in this course, we've learned what plugins are, where to find them, and why you might create your own plugin. So as I've always said, AI helps you to speed up your development, but you need to understand how plugins work, right? Now, once you understand how it works, it even makes you much better developer when building this plugin. So if you enjoyed this video, please, I would like you to give a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll make more videos like this to help you know how to use AI to increase your productivity. Now, this is just a simple basic project. You can use this AI to build even more complex WordPress plugins for your personal projects or for your WordPress, right? So for content creators, for copywriters, for developers, right now, this is the best time to maximize the use of artificial intelligence. Thank you so much once again. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share these videos with your friends. See you next time.